Michael Vance sat on the balcony of his penthouse, sipping a $500 glass of scotch he couldn't taste. He watched the city lights flicker like dying fireflies far below the 90th floor, where real life happened. People hustling, scraping by, surviving. It had been 10 years since he'd sold his tech startup for billions, and 5 years since he'd stopped caring about anything. Every day blurred into another. Meetings with soulless executives, parties with plastic smiles, conversations about stocks and yachts. His therapist called it existential burnout. Michael called it hell in designer clothing. That night, he stared at his reflection in the window, custom suit, gold cufflinks, lifeless eyes, and made a decision that would change everything. He would walk away from it all. 3 weeks later, Michael Vance became Mike, a middle-aged man with a fake resume, a beat-up Corolla, and an application in hand at Burger Vault, a greasy fast food joint nestled between a liquor store and a bail bond office on the wrong side of town. He wanted to feel something real. He wanted grit under his fingernails and sweat on his back. The manager on duty, a wiry 30-something named Derek, barely looked up from his phone during the interview. "You ever worked fast food?" "Yeah," Mike lied. "You're breathing and not high. You're hired." And just like that, a billionaire became a fry cook. Mike started with the worst shifts, overnights and closers. He took out rancid trash, cleaned vomit from the bathroom floors, flipped frozen patties until his arms ached. And every minute of it, Derek was there, looming like a vulture. Derek wasn't just a bad boss, he was a petty dictator. He bullied the younger crew, screamed at the single moms, and humiliated Mike whenever possible. "Pick up the pace, old man, or go back to retirement or wherever the hell you came from." Mike never reacted. Not once. He just did the work, logged the abuse, and made mental notes. He learned everything about Derek. That he skimmed from the till, that he sold weed out the back door, that he manipulated schedules to punish anyone who spoke up. And all the while, Mike watched and smiled. After a particularly rough night, Derek had thrown a tray of raw patties at him and screamed about a missing case of nuggets. Mike quietly clocked out, walked to his car, and drove off into the darkness. The next day, Michael Vance reawakened. He returned to the world of billion-dollar deals and private jets like a shadow, slipping back into place. And within a week, he made contact with Burger Vault's struggling parent company, Quick Crave Holdings, under a shell corporation. He bought 51% of the company, anonymously. 6 weeks later, Quick Crave Holdings made